Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hustling Sideways podcast. I'm Alan Halas. I'm a music writer from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
And I'm Jim Love. I'm a keynote and motivational speaker from Chicago, Illinois, but residing in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
And we haven't been in this room in a while.
Dude, it's been like 3 months.
It might be close to that.
I think that might be it.
There was for sure 6 weeks where we had all the Marquette episodes, which you guys just saw.
They were great. Yeah.
And now we're back here.
We're back. And I feel uncomfortable here because it's been too long. So I asked, can you just head out so I kind of can feel a little bit more at peace?
I'll leave my own house.
It's good to be back. We have we are not sponsored yet by High Noon, but we should be. So cheers to that.
Yeah.
And and when we are not doing our shows with guests, we have what we call a bonus show.
Yeah.
And what do we do during bonus shows, Al?
That's where we make up the topic 10 minutes before we get here.
That's literally what happens.
And
today was 2 hours.
Today was 2 hours.
Let me get credit for that. But either way, that's what happens. Yeah.
And we talk about things that happen in our own side hustles, passion projects, things that we're doing.
Yes.
Today, Jim came up with one.
I gotcha. 2 hours before. So I want to talk about your attitude when shitty things happen.
Yeah.
Let's call it that. So when a gig doesn't go your way, you don't get the client that you wanted within your side hustle.
Yeah.
How do you react? Now there's a broader answer, and I got to just start because I had something in my head for this.
Yeah.
There's a broader answer to this for me because I think attitude affects literally everything. Or in the words of Julius from Remember the Titans, attitude reflects leadership, Captain, which is great. But I think at the end of the day, like your attitude quite literally can dictate how everything will go, right? But for your side hustle or your passion project, when you go somewhere and it just didn't work out, or someone said no, they don't want you. And this has happened to me once or twice this year where I gave them my information, they went a different direction with the speaker, and it was one of those things where it was like the perfect place for me to be, student leaders, on a Saturday morning, I'm made for this event.
It felt perfect,
and I had worked with this person prior, so I was a lot of pissed, but bummed out too. But the first thing I did is take a step back and it's not the end of the world. So relax, because I think we tend to get really trigger happy when we get really mad. Yeah. And it's blah, 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 whatever. Breathe a little bit and take a step back because I was pretty upset. Yeah. And then I reflected a little bit on why. Let me think about what the reasoning or what that might be. And then honestly, when it came down to it, I was like, I think they just had to go a different direction. That's okay. I'm going to be fine. So I went from being a little bit annoyed, which is an emotion you should have, right? And then moved on and think about what I can do better for the future. But underneath all of this, and something that I've been called toxic for before in my past, is positivity. On it, I've been called toxic positivity.
Toxic.
We've talked about that before. Yeah. I've had people that actually that have accused me of being toxic positivity, which I think is hilarious. I think it's a made-up term by people that want you to dwell underneath them. All that said, I do think it's important to stay that way. I think it's easy to go down and be everything sucks, this is horrible.
For sure.
If you actually reflect on it and then move forward, we can all find our way. And at the end of the day, that's a competitive advantage. So you're going to have crappy things happen when you're doing your side hustle. If it hasn't yet, you're not doing it enough because it's going to happen. A gig may go wrong, whatever it might be. Laugh at yourself maybe a little bit, recognize what you learned from it, and then move forward. Because you're never going to replay that, and you can always learn from what happens. So it happens often, and I used to get really down in the dumps when people didn't want me, to hire me or whatever.
No emails.
It's a reality. Not everything's going to work, even when you think it's perfect for you. But you just have to move forward. There's going to be a next one. There's more schools, right? There's more conferences. There's more people to get connected to, and the part of it is I could have responded with are you kidding me, whatever, and I was hey, thank you for the opportunity to have me send my stuff, and I'm excited to work with you in the future. That message is so much different than the other one.
What you wanted to say.
Which I had typed out, by the way, and I didn't say it, but here we are. There were no curse words said, let's just say that.
I think you and I have a very similar attitude on it because we've done this for a long time. This is definitely something that comes along with experience, for sure. Yeah. Now we sound like old men. But I had a string of shows that did not go well, and I committed to booking 7 or 8 of these shows. I forgot how many we actually did. Every single one of them, crickets. Nobody showed up. But after the first ones, what I ended up doing is I just really evaluated. Okay, well, what did I do? And I was for this one in particular, I was well, I knew deep down. I was I didn't promote it as hard as I could have. I didn't do everything that I knew that I could have.
And that was true?
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. Okay. If I looked at myself in the mirror, I was why did this bomb? Because I was the one, I was responsible for it. You know what I mean? Like, for sure. So that made me like get angry a little bit. And I kind of used that to fuel me, because it was like you have where it's you and a school, you and a third party. For me, if a show doesn't go well, it's kind of on me, because I'm the one that assembled it, put it together, right? And I don't have to really get a yes other than from the venue and from the performers, but like, you know, and in the end, I'm responsible for producing this thing. So I made a list of all the places that I could promote this show, all the things that I need to do, and then I made that my protocol for every one of these shows. Every show that I do from now on has to be advertised here. It has to be on this event calendar.
That's the event checklist. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And like even down to like for gear, I have like, okay, I know I need to bring this, and this. But for advertising specifically, you know, I'm like, okay, well, how can I promote this as hard as possible? And like down to the point where it comes to like some of it is individually messaging people.
I bet.
Like, hey, come to this show. You will enjoy this, you know, because or if it's somebody that I know that's going to repost the flyer or whatever. Like, so I think it like ultimately my attitude towards it was when those things do happen was like, yeah, it sucked, but why did it suck?
And then go harder, right? Like, I love that.
And then like, okay, what do I got to fix?
That's important.
What piece of the machine didn't work?
The accountability factor and all that I think is so critical. It's like, own up to your stuff, dude. If you like didn't do well, then own it. And it's on you. Like, no one else cares in a way of what you've done. If you messed up or if you didn't do it right, own it and then get better.
Now, I will say in the case of those particular shows, the rest of that series still bombed. It
didn't go well.
It continued to not go well, but I felt better about I felt better about it not going well because I knew I gave everything that I could.
Totally.
To it.
And you had a blueprint, I think, for the future too.
Yeah, and it has worked for other things.
Rinse and repeat,
it just ended up being like for that one. Honestly, it was like where the venue was. And it's in a tough part of town to like park.
Well, if it's in your basement, Alan, this may happen. It's probably not the best place to put it.
No, I'm long gone from doing shows in basements, thank God. But yeah, it was really just came down to like what was wrong with this particular venue, because then I went and did it at another venue that worked better, did the exact same promotion, and we nearly sold the place out.
That's awesome.
So
that's awesome.
You know, like it just all comes down to like, okay, what is the process and where can I improve myself? Basically.
I love it.
So we want to know, because obviously, like Jim said, if you haven't had this yet, you haven't been doing this long enough.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. We want to know when something goes wrong. What do you do? How do you combat that sort of thing? Let us know. Send us a comment. If you are watching this somewhere that has a comment section, send it there, because we'll check that out too. And in the meantime, we're the Hustling Sideways Podcast. We are still the Hustling Sideways Podcast, even though we hadn't been here in a while.
After all this time.
Yes. We are wherever you can get your podcasts. You can also watch us on YouTube. You can watch our shows with guests on Milwaukee. You can also see us, which is new.
That's right. I was going to say that's the spiel that changed up a little bit.
Yeah, right? You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn.
Just stop there. We're everywhere, dude. If you haven't seen us, and you haven't been looking.
Yeah, if you haven't seen us, you haven't been looking. All right, and if you want to be a guest on the show, you can also send us an email. It's hustlingsideways@gmail.com. You can be in this room right here with me and Jim. And Jim,
keep on hustling.
We'll see you next time.
Peace.